So what will be the atmosphere once the winter arrives there? Almost you can say 8 months winter, it will be there, not like at tropical countries. In winter, what happens? The temperature of surroundings will go below 0 degrees, so minus TS degrees. It can be go up to minus 60 also. I heard information. I never had been. I'm just telling the information what I know. It can go up to minus 40, minus 60, minus 80 like that. So temperatures, what will happen to the ocean? The ocean there, the sea will freeze. No, the water will freeze. The sea water will freeze. Okay, let's see that how that will happen here. So first, what will happen if you look at the water? If there's the water, and there's the atmosphere, no air. The temperature of water, sea water, let be 0. Once this temperature becomes minus 40 degrees Celsius, tell me like a heat from where to where it will flow? The heat will flow from first the surface will come in contact with the atmosphere. So the heat will start flowing here. So if a water at 0 degrees Celsius loses heat, what do we get? Then it will get freeze, no? It'll become ice at 0 degrees Celsius. So like that, what happens? The ice layer starts forming on the surface of seawater. The ice layer starts forming at the surface of seawater. With this, what will happen? The thickness of ice layer keeps on increases. Okay, let's do one thing. Let me give ice some gray color. So let's assume that some thickness of ice layer is formed. I just wanted to learn how this thickness varies with the time. That is what our discussion is. Below, there'll be seawater. Now, from where that ice layer has come, the topmost layer of seawater, which is exposed to atmosphere, it will become an ice. It will become an ice 0 degrees Celsius. So let the thickness of this be X. Then there's a seawater 0 degrees. So temperature of surroundings, how much it will be? There's an atmosphere. No. Who is involved in initially? The seawater will directly come in atmosphere. The atmosphere will extract it. Afterwards, once ice layer is formed, this ice layer, what happen, will form like a conducting rod. K ice I'm writing, thermal conductivity of a rod. Similar to like how we are thermal like this, the ice is also having thermal conductivity. Now it is involved in transfer of heat. So we'll transfer heat from the seawater to the atmosphere. No, the ice layer. So what is it? What is the role of ice layer? Ice layer transfers heat from seawater to atmosphere or surrounding, whatever you can put it. Okay, minus TS degrees, it will be less than 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, now I'm interested this thickness X, how it varies with the time. Suppose 1 centimeter, again to become 2 centimeter, again to become 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, how the thickness of ice layer will vary. This has to be determined here. No. So any method shall we apply here? Just think once how you can bring the ideas here. As a teacher, I should give at least some time so that students should analyze on their own. Okay, 2 minutes I'll give, just analyze what method you can apply. What is the question you can answer? How the thickness of ice layer varies with the time. Okay, now the E transferred. Let me take this as H. Let me consider a small layer of thickness. Let it be dx. So how do this ice layer is formed when some amount of water freezes? What happens? This particular layer of ice of thickness dx will be formed. Shall we proceed like this? When this much of this layer, I think okay, I'll give. Yeah. Okay, able to see that green color now. Now you see that one. So when a layer of ice of thickness dx, what will happen when it when a layer when it's seawater of thickness dx, what happen? Well, freezes. What will happen? Some amount heat will be released, and that heat will be transferred by the ice which is already formed. But initially, it happens from here. I'm sure that initially there won't be ice. Let's say so. First, the topmost layer will freeze. Then the layer of thickness of ice layer keeps on increases. Not from bottom, from the surface will increase. Let some X layer be formed. Next, again, what happens as the layer should keep on increase. So now, next, which is somewhere here, this water, what happens now will freeze. Then what all when it freezes, the heat will be released, will transfer the already formed layer. Okay, let's go get into this particular thing. So what is the mass of this layer? It will be dm. Dm into Lf should be equal to H. Should be equal to H, this one. So what is dm is equal to density of ice, area of cross section, then thickness dx into Lf. Agree this? What is H is equal to? H is equal to what we should write? Ka temperature 0 minus of minus Ts into X. From where we should bring the dt, no? Anybody? So from where you can bring dt? So look at this equation. Is it dimensionally correct? I think we have to be extra alert here. If q equal to dq equal to dmlf, I can, but h I'm writing. What is h? Dq by dt. So therefore this has to be dm by dt. The rate at which water freezes, due to that, what happens? Heat energy will be generated. That heat will be transferred by this particular layer of ice which is already formed. So this d, I'm writing here. Look at this quantity A. What is A? Area of cross section of layer of seawater that will freeze, that will get freezed here. What is this A? It will be equal to area of cross section of ocean or sea. Don't think that a small area, that one, the whole sea at a time, what will start freezing. Are you able to understand? I'm not saying some amount of water. No, the whole sea, what happen at a time, will start freezing here. And look at this A. A gets eliminated. So then this will become density of ice LF. Okay, this will be by K Ts. I'll write it. So this will be X dx is equal to K of ice, no? Because of K of water, K of ice is there. Is equal to, this is dt. Okay, this I think we know all the content. Density of ice, latent heat of fusion, thermal conductivity of ice, temperature of surrounding. Negative sign I already have put it. This one. So let's integrate this one. Okay, what is the time taken? Okay, it will be like a 0 to, initially it is having some layers, say x naught. Then this will be, or if you want 0 to x, you write it. So this will become rho I ki ts. Okay, this is something very important equation. So how the time, it is proportional to x square. Suppose say from 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter, how much of time it will take? Then 2 to 3 centimeter, how much of time it will take? This everything shall I call some alpha? This everything. Let me call that as alpha. So how it is? It is proportional to x square, no? So time taken for it to 1 centimeter t12, I'll write it. What is the time taken? So what should be the limit now? The limit should be alpha. Sorry, this will be x square 1 centimeter to 2 centimeter. Or 1 meter, we'll write it. Okay, so that SI units. So how much it will be? 4 minus 1, 3 alpha. Time taken for the length to increase from 2 meter to 3 meter. How much it will become? 9 minus 4, 5 alpha. Time taken for the thickness of the layer to increase from 3 meter to 4 meter. Alpha, this will be x square 3 meter, 4 meter. 16 minus 9. Okay, look at, see this time. Means suppose say, what is alpha? Alpha say like a 1 month. Let's assume that one. Let's assume alpha is 1 month. In first 1 month, what will happen? 1 month it will take for the thickness of ice layer to increase from, or say like a, already it will take 1 month. Alpha is 1 month. What is alpha? 0 to x it will be. So first it will take 1 month for the thickness of ice layer to increase from 0 to 1 meter. Next, from 1 to 2 meter, it will take 3 months. Next, for increase in another 1 meter, what happen? It will take 5 months. Let alpha be 1 month. Able to analyze? So like that, what will happen? So the thickness what happen will not be linear. In the first, so first 1 month, what will happen? It will increase by 1 meter. Next, for another increase of 1 meter, take 3 months. For another increase of 1 meter, 5 months. I think 1 year. So by that time, what will happen in winter? No, it will start 1 month, 3 and 5. How much thickness? Let it increase only by 3 meter. So below what happened? Water at 0 degrees Celsius. Even it can be at 4 degrees Celsius. No, so all aquatic animals they can survive. Okay, once the summer comes, the ice starts freezing, and like again the life will begin here. Like that, 8 months winter will be there. So in the winter, what happens? The thickness of ice layer from the surface will start increasing, but it will increase according to this formula. Okay, this particular formula is something very important. Time taken, what are this one? Time taken for the thickness to increase from 1 meter to 2 meter. Okay, like this, we can. Okay, this is a general conclusion. So this will be 2 meter to 3 meter. Able to understand? So everything what happened, we are deriving mathematically, you see that one. Able to understand? So therefore what will happen? The ice layer formed what happened will behave like a conducting slab through which what happened? The seawater will exchange it to the surroundings. And it will be not linear, you can see that one. First 1 meter, if it takes 1 month, the next 1 meter, what happened? It will take 3 months. And the next 1 meter will take 5 months. So 5, 3, 1, almost winter gone. Then summer will come. So ice will not form from the bottom, from the surface, the thickness will keep on increase. I have everything here. So that alpha I brought so that it'll be easy for us comparison. Okay, I'll scroll down. Okay, this is about the formation of, okay, let me write name of the topic, formation of, or like a freezing of at northern and freezing of sea at northern and southern hemispheres. Sea, I'm telling her, not some bucket. Means now, what is the simplest conclusion? You have a lake and you kept a bucket, water in a bucket. What will happen to both will take same time for the thickness in them or for the ice layer to freeze, as the answer is yes. What time the water will take in ice? What time, what happen? The water will take time to freeze by 1 centimeter. In the same time, what happen, even in bucket also, what happen, the 1 centimeter thickness of ice layer will be formed because it is independent of area. So shall I put this one? The time, this is independent of area. It doesn't depend. You compare bucket and lake, both will take same time for the thickness to vary. That's the conclusion.